Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from Red State. This is dated January 13th, and it is time to clown on the media. It says the Washington Post has officially lost 90% of its readership. Oh no, this is where you'd have like the Nelson Muntz popping in there from this one saying, ha ha. So, perfect spot for it. So, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not like giving instructions to myself to do something later. It's just, we're going to be very bad and just say, yeah, that's just the way it's going to be. It's just going to be me talking about the directions instead of putting it in here. It says the Washington Post is dying like democracy does in darkness. Cringeworthy slogans aside, the Washington Post's downfall is well-deserved as the rag has become an ultra-biased outlet that not only proved itself to be an unreliable social narrator, but proved that the ideology that supported it is an absolute failure. So it's not a surprise that over the course of the years, its audience has more or less completely abandoned it, leaving it a shadow of its former self, a Goliath in the news industry. According to Semaphore.com, WAPO has bled out its traffic, and that bleed was heavy. From 2021, it's only from 2021, okay, it's lost 90% of its daily users. That is ridiculous. So over the last 4 years, web traffic has cratered. According to internet data shared with Semaphore in recent weeks, the Post's regular daily traffic last year sunk to less than a quarter of what it was at its peak in January 2021. That month, the Post briefly reached a high of around 22.5 million daily active users following the attack. But by the middle of 2024, its daily users hovered around 2.5 to 3 million daily users. Oh no. As last year, Washington City paper noted that the Post had stopped publicly disclosing its traffic numbers in press releases after a 60% decline in monthly traffic. On Friday, the Wall Street Journal reported that the Post's revenue fell from $190 million in 2023 to $174 million last year. As the Washington Post has had to face several misfortunes over the course of the last few years. The Post is on the losing side of several fights, both externally and internally, and continues to use losing strategies despite it being clear that it's hurting the organization. For instance, the social mood of the nation is definitely pro-Trump, with a call to reduce the size and scope of government and clean up the corruption, yet the Post continues doing things to stand in the way of Trump's goals, such as attempting to find ways to trip up Trump's cabinet picks. Not surprised. So they're running interference for Democrats, which, again, not surprising. The Washington Post did make the correct move of not endorsing Kamala Harris for president during the 2024 election. However, this caused internal strife, which is also something that's plagued the paper for some time now. Yeah, it was the internal strife being that Jeff Bezos basically told them not to do that, and then they had a bunch of people quit, and it's like, you guys should just get out of the industry anyway. Says a former cartoonist for the Post, Ann Talneas, if that's pronounced right, has created a political tune featuring Jeff Bezos, the owner of the Post, presenting a bag of money to a statue of Donald Trump. WAPO spiked the tune, causing Talneas to quit, oh no, but not without applause from Jen Rubin, who is a nutjob, who has apparently resigned as well, according to reports circulating on Monday. The paper is reportedly now trying to move toward the center and away from its hard leftism, so that's kind of like the LA Times and what they're trying to do, which is likely to upset even more staff at the paper. However, more leftists leaving may not be the worst thing for it. No, that's definitely not. As the Washington Post is probably going to have to radically alter itself to not only catch up to the modern era of conveying news, but it will have to abandon its ideological rigidity, which is probably easier said than done. Unless you get rid of everybody, then yeah, it should be probably pretty easy. It says even if the paper does manage to pull itself out of its leftist grave, winning America back is going to be difficult. Not just because of the ire that it's cultivated for itself with the American people for its years of biased reporting and elitism, but because the landscape for obtaining and hearing news is changing so dramatically. WAPO will have to become innovative in order to stay afloat. Otherwise, it may fade into the background, and few people will miss it. That is correct, and I don't care. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Go away, Washington Post. You deserve it. Sorry. And I don't care if these people are out of work. You guys need to learn to code. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.